Into the Light is an update Bungie is going to be adding into Destiny 2 as a prelude to the final shape, and Bungie says this is going to prepare players for the Guardian's journey into the Traveller. But what can we expect from Into the Light, and when is it going to be added into the game? Well, today I'd like to dive into the rumours surrounding Into the Light and bring you all the latest in Destiny 2. We first heard about Into the Light back in November 2023 with Bungie laying out their plans for the 6-month-long Season of the Wish. Now, Bungie said beginning in April we are delivering a 2-month content update available to everybody called Destiny 2 Into the Light, which will prepare players for their Guardian's journey into the Traveller. Well, crucially, this is going to be available for all players, and it's going to prepare us for one of our most dangerous journeys that we've faced in Destiny 2. Well, first of all, let's have a look at when Into the Light starts. So Bungie confirmed today that Into the Light is going to start on the 9th of April 2024. Plus, we've also got a video presentation each week starting on Tuesday the 19th of March. That is next Tuesday, and that is going to continue into the build up to the release. This means we've got videos coming on the 19th of March, the 26th of March, and also the 2nd of April too. So whether these are all focused on Into the Light, we don't know, but that does indicate this is potentially quite a lot of content. Okay, next up, let's dive into the rumours. So first of all, let's have a look at returning weapons. And not just any weapons as well, some of the best weapons that we've ever seen in Destiny 2 could be returning, including Recluse and Hammerhead. Now, we've got the upcoming Eververse calendar. That gave us clues with ornaments available between April and June, when Into the Light is scheduled to be featured. This leads us to believe that both Recluse and Hammerhead are about to be added back into Destiny 2, and they haven't been viable options since November 2020, when the power cap was introduced, and loads of stuff got put into the Destiny content vault. Recluse was a ritual weapon for Crucible, and that did mean it was a fair grind to get the weapon, but it was widely regarded as one of the best weapons in the game at the time. It went on to dominate PvP with spare rations, and one of the reasons it was so potent was the perk Master of Arms, which allowed for improved damage after getting a kill. Well, Hammerhead was also one of the best machine guns in the game at the time. It hit very hard, it dealt void damage, and it was part of the Black Armory set of weapons. So far we've got clues to Hammerhead returning, but does this mean that the rest of the Black Armory weapons are going to be included as well? So we've got Kindled Orchid and Blast Furnace, just to name a few. Other returning weapons could include Mountaintop or Luna's Howl and Not Forgotten. It's likely Luna's Howl and Not Forgotten will be added to the competitive playlist as rewards or incentives to go into that mode, but it's not clear how Mountaintop is going to be added back into the game. Mountaintop, alongside Recluse, was arguably the most powerful legendary weapon in the game at the time, and it's likely that Micro Missile, Magnificent Howl, they're all going to be adjusted so they don't dominate the sandbox once again. Well, next up we could have activities coming back Into the Light, and one of those activities could be the Black Armory Forges. So with the return of Hammerhead, it's no surprise to hear the potential return of the Black Armory Forges, so their multiplayer activity is very likely to reward the Black Armory weapons, maybe even the armour as well. Ada 1 is likely to play an increased role once again, and the weapon frames could make a return, allowing us to craft Black Armory weapons. So we got these forges. There was Valundra Forge that was located on the EDZ, Izanami Forge located on Nessus, the Gofanon Forge also located on Nessus, and the Berguzia Forge located deep within the restricted Nobi Labs, and that was also on the EDZ. So if all the forges are going to return, then are we going to see the return of Nobi Labs? That would be very, very good indeed. Well, next up we could be about to get a new social space in Destiny 2 with Into the Light. Rumours suggest a combination of the tower from Destiny 1 and Destiny 2, plus also elements of the helm as well. So Bungie did tell us in the showcase last year that Destiny 1's tower was coming back with the final shape, but perhaps Bungie brought those plans forward, wanted to provide some content for Into the Light. Reports suggest that a new social space is going to provide players with a unique and immersive experience. Well, we're just going to have to wait and see what all that means, but I really like the sound of a new social space. Well, next up we could be about to get new missions on old locations, including improved weapons with updated perks. it's likely the existing weapons are going to be refreshed. For example, the Europa weapons could really do with an update, including the bow biting winds. That one is a fan favourite. So the missions are going to be weekly, and they're going to take place on different planets each week. And one of the returning missions could be a return to the Red War from the original Destiny 2 campaign. Well, next up we got new PvP maps. So we got 3 new PvP maps dropping in May. Joe Blackburn let us know about the new maps way back in August last year after the original Final Shape showcase. Since then, Bungie have employed a PvP strike team to improve Crucible, and we saw a huge update, mid-season in Season of the Wish. Many aspects of Crucible have been changed, and we have seen some positive feedback from players since launch in March. Their new maps, they're going to be just what's needed to inject some freshness into Crucible for long-term players, and we can expect them in May 2024, before the Final Shape. Bungie has been criticised for adding larger maps recently, and these new maps promise to be smaller and also medium size. Well, next up we got a change that is long overdue, and that is the Garden of Salvation, and that is going to get an update. So it's been a long time coming, but I would expect the Garden of Salvation to get updated weapon perks, plus also have craftable weapons to be added into that raid. And finally, we've got something I would like to see, and this is a returning exotic mission. So we could be about to get the return of a favourite exotic mission, with the Whisper of the Worm mission returning. This was one of the best exotic missions added to Destiny 2. Originally, a portal opened up on the moon Io, with players having to kill a specific enemy during a public event. Then Guardians had to race to the end of a 20-minute mission, where you had to venture deep into that mission, fighting Vex and Taken along the way. It was one of the best exotic missions we had in the game, which also had links to the Vault of Glass, and we were rewarded with the Whisper of the Worm at the end. That is the exotic sniper, of course, and could the Whisper return as a craftable exotic weapon? That would be very interesting indeed, and I would love to see that as part of Into the Light. Well, Into the Light is set to release on the 9th of April, plus we've got these 3 video showcases, so it's very, very exciting stuff. Really, really good. Can't wait to see those showcases, and really looking forward to Into the Light. But let me know in the comments what you think about Into the Light. What do you want to see? And what do you think about these rumours? Would really, really love to hear what you think. Well, that is it for this preview of Into the Light, and as always, thank you so much for watching or for listening. Don't forget you can hit that subscribe button down below to subscribe to Endgame Express for all the latest Destiny 2 content. You can also hit that like button and that share button too, would really, really help me out here on the channel. Well, thanks again, and I will see you very soon.